What's going on, guys? Jungle Bob here. Got this Exmark turf tracer. I believe it's a 48 in. It's got that I think it's a Kawasaki FX 541. Anyway, the problem with it is it smokes a pretty good bit. So and it's using oil. So what the smoke is it's burning oil. But can't figure out exactly why. And before I tear into it, I thought I'd just explain it to you guys, and maybe y'all have a tip for me that would help me out before I waste a lot of time on this thing. But I did go ahead and check the compression on both cylinders, and on this side here, they're both about 125 on both sides, and it hasn't lost any power, but it was like I think 125. That's dropped down a little bit, but not very much. It was at 125. It's been sitting for about, I don't know, an hour and a half. So my question was, I guess I thought about checking the PCV ventilator thing. It doesn't look like it's leaking any oil out there, but that doesn't mean there's not a problem inside there. But somehow oil's getting into the combustion chamber, and I'm just not sure if it maybe has a head gasket that's starting to go, or it's the rings. But I was figuring if it was the rings, the compression would be way down. But it's using oil, so I'm not really sure. But I'll show you what the spark plugs look like. But it loses no power at all. But it smokes, and you have to constantly keep putting oil in it. Of course, it's old as Methuselah, but anyway. And I don't know if it could be the valves out of adjustment. But here's a look at, I don't know if you can see that. That's the spark plugs. They're black and oily, of course. One side's a little worse than the other. So, just kind of before I get into it, like I said, it's not overfilled with oil either. Before anybody says that, check the oil level. Like I said, it's using oil, so we have to keep adding oil to it. The choke's engaging great on the carburetor. Of course, that shouldn't make it get oil into the combustion chamber. So I'm kind of stumped, because usually compression's low if it's the rings. I think 125 is very good. Anyway, that's what I'll be working on at some point. We're about to get a little rain, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. Still working on this AO28 or AV28, and for you guys, that's what you do about those people that leave their equipment laying around. So if anybody has any ideas about that more, anybody on YouTube, give me a holler. Jungle Bob out. Alright guys, this is a picture of that head off. You can see that, I don't know if you can tell, that exhaust valve's filthy. I can't tell if the seat's bad on it too right away, but I'm going to check it when I pop the valves off. Anyway, here's a closer look at the head gasket. I guess all that coating, that black coating, I guess that's where it was kind of leaking through there. Yeah. That's the other side of it. There's a picture of the piston. I'm just turning it by hand. But like I said, it had good compression, and it doesn't look like it's pushing much oil past the rings at all. But when I took it off, when I took the head off, the cylinder was full of oil. Not full, but it had a pretty good bit in it. So I'm going to post this online here in a little bit, and I'll let you experts tell me what you think. Thanks, bye.